Hey everybody, I want to do a really quick video review and demonstration of this really cool and functional, surprisingly functional to be quite honest, mini stick welder. It's made by a company called RUBIK, and you can see that right here, RUBIK. So RUBIK, it's essentially a RUBIK mini stick welder. And there's a lot of attachments and accessories that can go with this to make it a spool welder. You can also do TIG with it. So there's a lot of things in this little box, and I'm familiar with welding, and you just don't see welders that look like in this small of a box. So I'm really excited about it. I've read a few things online and I'm excited to try it. So let me open it up. I'm going to show you everything, kind of call it out, and then I'm just going to do a demonstration to show you how it works and what it can do. So let's get to it. Let's go ahead and open this up really quick. There we go. And I'm a huge fan of this color of orange. I know that doesn't mean anything, the color of the packaging, but and of the unit itself, but I like that orange. It just stands out to me. So let's go ahead and start unpacking this. Okay, so first thing that I'm pulling out here is going to be your electrode or your stick. I mean, if you're just talking common knowledge, it's your stick clamp holder. It's spring loaded. You open up, that's got a really good spring on it too. So that's great. It feels like a good quality, to be quite honest. So, you know, you'd want to see it in the field, but see, open it up there, put your stick in there, or your electrode, and it'll be plugged into the welder itself. This is your power cord, and okay, so here's something really cool. It's a 110. Very rarely do you see that. It's usually 220. And if it's not 220, or I mean 220 and or generator fed. So really cool that it's 110. And then here you have your ground clamp. Pretty standard common ground clamp. So there's that. All right, let's go ahead and pull this unit out now. I'm really excited about this. Just take the whole bag. Okay, I'm going to talk about this in a second, but let me just get through the rest of this stuff. Let's see here. So little wire brush. Oh, and it's a little hammer. Okay, so if you've ever welded, let me hold that steady. If you've ever welded, you know that you're going to get drips and slag that comes off of it, and you usually have to have a hammer to knock it off. It conveniently provides a little one here, and so then you've got a little wire brush here because you got to keep it clean. That's really neat. Okay, let's see here. What else we got? Strap. I'm excited about this because it is so light. If you have to do a project and you don't have anywhere to set it, put it around the strap, and I'm going to show you how that works too. So there's a strap to put around the unit itself. And then you have this welding helmet. I'll be using my own welding helmet, and here's your little handle for it. I'm not entirely sure how that goes in there. Maybe it's like this or this. Let's see here. Looks like this to build that up right. So anyway, I'm not going to spend a lot of time doing that because I'm going to use my own helmet just because it's my eyes, and so I'm going to use my helmet. If in a pinch, if you want to use this one, go for it. But you know, I'm going to use my own because I got it. So let me put the box right here. Now let's take a look at this. Okay. Hold on. Looks like you've got your instruction manual right here, which would come in handy when you're trying to make adjustments. And packaged really well. You've got this little bubble wrap. Pack that back in there. Okay, so here's your little welder. Let's take a look at this here. Right off the bat, it's tiny. It's so small, which is, for what I'm needing it for, is very, very fun. And it's going to be super functional because honestly, here's the deal. You're not getting this for industrial use. You're getting it as a homeowner, DIYer, small projects, every tool for a purpose, right? So I'm not trying to say that this is something that's going to be able to go out and do industrial type jobs or commercial jobs. It's not the point. This is for small projects around the house, tack welding, putting things back together that are broke around the house, a swing set, different things like that. Perfect use for that. And it makes it easy so you don't have to drag a giant welder over or park the truck that has it on the back of your rig. So that's what we're talking about here. That's what we're, you know, that's the exciting part about this. So before I put any of the connections in, I want to just kind of show the display here, and maybe I'm gonna have to do a close-up of that. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and stop this, get it set up to where you can see the display, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I've got this set up now to give you a little bit better view of what we're looking at. So this is going to be the LCD screen display. I'm going to turn this on here in just a second, but first, before I do that, I want to show you a little bit about the appearance because it's a little bit closer now. So first and foremost, you can see just solid steel, great gauge, so it's going to be tough, very robust. Here's your connection points. Pretty typical for anything, you know, like this. So nothing crazy there, but clean. The dials, they feel good, they feel solid, they're not wobbly. I love that. And then you've got the brass internals, which I was able to show you. And then here you've got a really high powered fan. Here's where it plugs in. You've got your power on off switch. Like I said, little feet here. Hopefully you can see that. You've got the little feet here, and maybe you weren't able to see that. So you've got the power switch, cable, fan. And then on this side here, you have just graphics that tell you that it's a flux. So you can do different types of flux or different sizes of flux. You'd have to get that attachment though, however, the wire or the wire feeder. But then you can do stick or the MMA, and then you can also do TIG. And you can hook up gas to these. I don't have that attachment here. I just have the simplified version, but I have seen videos where they hook up gas to it and they can do TIG. So that's this, and I put the strap on, so hopefully you can see that, so I can show you how that uses. Now I don't have everything hooked up. I just have it plugged in just so I can show you the display, and then I'm going to take it out to the garage and show you a little bit of use. So let's go ahead and flip this on real quick. And it does take just a second. There we go. And it's calibrating, and then there you go. So from there, you're going to be able to pick what type of operation you're wanting to do. I'm going to be doing the stick or the MMA, and then I'll select my stick size or the electrode size, and then we'll give it a shot. But I really just wanted to walk you through this. Hopefully that fan's not too loud. But you can see the display. I'm going to put that up a little bit closer just so you can see it. Really cool display. The fan's a little loud. I'll tell you what, nothing compared to larger welders, which are much louder than this. So I can put up with this all day. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off now. But yeah, and honestly, for as compact as it is, a lot of people may look at this and say, you know, there's no way that that's good quality. Well, think about what it is. It's just a small welder. So yes, you can have high quality in a small welder. It's just a smaller size, so it can't handle a big industrial job. You don't want it to, but it is high quality. Everything feels great. It feels solid. Fan works. We're gonna go out and give it a shot, and I'll be able to talk about the performance. But another thing is it's extremely cost effective because not everybody needs a large industrial welder. So for this price, you're not gonna be able to match it. Now granted, yes, if you want to go out and spend the money, you can get a larger one that'll do a lot of different things, but you probably never use it to the full, its full range. And so this is very functional for your, your everyday DIYer. I already walked you through all the accessories. Let's go out and show you how it works. Okay, I'm just going to do a really quick tack weld on this just to kind of show you how it works. But first thing I want to show you is the strap and how light this is. It's very maneuverable, not difficult at all to put it around my shoulder like that. Okay, like I said, I'm going to be using my helmet just because we're talking about my eyeballs here, so it makes sense to me. So just so you know, I'm welding a 2 7/8 inch, just a half cut of steel onto an angle iron. They're about the same gauge. So let's go ahead and get it fired up here. You can see I have my ground hooked up right there. And I've got my electrode. I think it's a 6010 I'm using in here right now. Okay. Okay, then you push the little orange button till you get to the selection that you want. MMA right there. I'm using a thinner stick, so I'm going to turn this down. It's between 60 and 80. So let's not start too hot. Let's try about 72, see how that's going to work for us.
Okay. I played around a little bit. I was just really enjoying it. Took me a little bit to get the settings correct, but all in all, I was able to tack all this little post onto the bottom here, just a couple tack, but then I did a couple beads. Again, it's gonna be a perfect little welder for everything that I need around the house, little DIYs, fixing wagons or fixing swing sets and stuff like that. So I couldn't recommend this enough. Fantastic little thing. Again, it's the RUBIK Mini Stick Welding.